Sunday, Sunday, does the mind ever stop working? I am bipolar. I opened up my mind. I demanded to know more. I didn't understand this planet. I couldn't understand death. So I asked myself and I demanded, I said, if there is a God in this world, if there is a God in this universe, if God did exist within us, I did what I could. I pressured my mind. Not only did I pressure my mind, I wasn't eating exactly what I can say a proper diet, whether that had anything to do or not. I did enhance my mind slightly. I opened my mind because I asked to let it be open. Also, they were giving me this pill called Effexor, and for some reason, the minute I got the pill, all of a sudden, I started to feel that nothing was actually bothering me about death, that death was no longer forever, and it wasn't even a partaking of anything. What I want to speak about right now again is back to the gematria tree, in which in this situation, all I'm going to be doing is adding up sections of 7. So here is my adding up the sections of 7, okay? The first 7 I get 28. The next 7 I get 77. This would take me around the cube, okay? But I'm still left out with the 15, the 21, which brings me into Mars, and which brings me into the cube of dice, the total dice, 21. I'm going to see if I can fix the light just a bit over here. I'm going to try and adjust the light so you can see it so it's not that hard to see. Well, it seems hard to see for me. I'm not quite sure about how it seems for you. So we're going to continue on and try and figure this out. Now, when you see 126, this number is not only 126, it's also 261, which is the first number that surpasses the scale of the Mayan. The Mayan finished over here. Okay, this Mayan added on to the Mayan was this number over here, 100 to create your 360. It seemed like the first part of creation, the circle would only reach 260. Then when they entered into the mind, they went 100. We ended up with 360. 126, if you add up 1 to 15, it equals 120. If you add up 1 to 20, it equals to 210. The 6 is for the area space of the one spirit of the half-life. The total between these is 15 and 621, 9, 11, 21, which is 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ABC. This is the spirit in the cycle of the moon. This brings it in artificial intelligence. This brings in the dog. This brings in the 2 brackets, the separation. Remember the 2 bracket signs that we see on this over here? The 9 and the 0 have 2 brackets. Well, one of the reasons we can use these 2 brackets is that when we have the numbers 1, 4, or 7, 0, 0, 0 makes no change, and 9, 9, 9 makes no change. 9 and 1 is 10, equals to 1. 9 and 4 is 13. 1 and 3 equals to 4. 9 and 7 is 16. We equal to JMP. 39 is the sky system of Saturn. Plus 6 is the foxhole in the sun. Minus 6 is back to 33 creation. The total is 78 to split in the gateway. 8 goes to 0, 7 goes to 5. So when we bring down this numerological figure, when we get to up to 36, we get back to ABC from 30 to 36 in creation. Then we come from 37 to 43. It brings us to 286. When we come into area space and halfway point, we're at 329. When we come up to Mars and the moon, we're at 385, creation of the spirit matrix. 3 times 80 is 240, and 5 equals to 255, or 525, Earth and Earth. Left DC, right towards the king. If you have rights, it's now an 81 Venus, but you have no rights, so they stop at the queen. We're going to get onto the next page, and this one here is 2, 3, 4 rotation. 1 plus 1 is 2. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 2 and 2 is 4. 2, 3, 4 vibration becomes 162. Ace in 3, 6, 9. 5 and 5 is 10 is 1. 3 and 3 is 6. 1 and 1 is 2. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 4 is 8. And then we come back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 6, 1 runs the cycle. 3, 9, 6, 6, 9, 3, 3, 9, 6, 6, 9, 3, 3, 9, 6. One of the reasons is 3 and 1 is 4. Let me actually understand what I did here. I'm just trying to understand why I got this like this, because according to this is 4, 3 and 1. 1 and 3 is 4. Let me just sit here for a while. I'm a little vermished for where I got this from. 3 and 4 is 7. I don't remember. I have to explain this. I put it here, and there must be a reason for it. So if you just sit a while, you see where we get 189? Right over here. 02, 03, 04 becomes 180, and 9 birth becomes your 189. A, B. 8 times 7 times 6. 112, 112, 12. 56, 56. 3 times 112, 6 times 56 inside of birth. 405, 465, the Federation. 777. Now, why do I have 369, 963? I do not know. I do not know. I'm going to be serious with you. I do not know. 12, 18, they'll all equal 18. 6 and 2 is 8. 9 and 3 is 3. 3 and 4 is 7. This becomes 837. There's a reason for this. I won't leave you. I will tell you before. I must figure this out. Wow, I hate when I don't write it down. 2, 1, and 3. 1 and 2 is 3. There's a reason for this. 369 goes with 147. Okay? 369 goes with 147. 1 and 3. 1 and 6. 1 and 9. This will equal to 4. This will equal to 7. This will equal to 1. This is the beginning. That's what I get over here. 3 and 1 is 4. 1 and 9 is 10. And 1 and 6 is 7. 5 and 6. Now hold on a second. 6 and 1 is 7. It works out for the first one, but I can't work it out for the next one, and I'm not leaving it. I will tell you, you will not lose time. I'm going to sit here till I figure it out. Rotation. 396, 693, 396, 693, Y. 875. I don't know. And I don't do anything for no reason at all. And I just want to see what's on the next page. Okay, we're not going to work on the next page. We're going to keep it here. I'm going to try to splice it out. 396. This all rotated. So if it rotated. So this will become, well, we're going to do something different. Since this started from 162, the 162 will now be like this. The 162 will be 1, okay, will be 3, 6, 9. 6 will now be, because we're bringing this one to the 4, this will now be 7. The second world, we are going to bring it to 3, brings it to 4, brings it to 7, brings it to 10. This brings it to 4, this brings it to 7, this brings it to 10. 2 will bring it to 2, which will bring it to 5, which will bring it to 8. 162. So in 162, okay, we need, in 162, to bring it to the worlds, we need 372 to bring it to the 4 world, which is the 13 world altered current. The 7 world is the gateway, and the 10 is the queen's world, where the queen has something to do in our crown. I don't know how this works. 5 and 5, 6 and 4, it's the star system. 6, 1, 5, and then 9, 4, 8. We go to 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1. To bring it to the 4 world, we now have 8. To bring it to the 4 world is 1, and this one is 3. And this one over here equals to 5, equals to 2. This one over here equals to 4. This one equals to 6. And this one here over here equals to 5. This one 7. This one 9. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 9 is 10. 147, 147. Then we go down to the 7 for those who want to follow us. Okay, the 7, 6, and 5 will now equal to 6, 7, and 8. This is the 7th gate. On this one over here is the gateway. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up. This is the gateway. 751, 784. That is the gateway. This is in the 13 world. This one will bring it to 7. This one will be 0, 9. Okay, which equals to 15, which equals to 6. This will become 6 again. Okay, because of the 0 and 9. 0 equals 6 and 9 is 15 equals 6. But this is into the 7 world. 9 and 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 6 into the 7 world is 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. 5 and 2 is 7. We have 1, 2, and 9. Did we ever have that one before? 9 and 7? Yeah, we do. So this one over here is 3. This one over here is 4. And this one over here is 5. Now we bring it to the 8 over here. We get 8, 3, 7. 8 and 5 equals to 13. 3 and 1 equals to 4. 7 and 6 equals to 13. This has to equal to minus 1 and to 8. 0, 9 and 1, 8 come together because 8 and 8 is 16. Right? 1 and 6 is 7. Bringing it to the 7 world, 1 minus 8 is 7. You can do 1 and 2 minus 1 and 2. Then this one over here to the 7 world is 4, and this one to the 7 world is 0 and 9. In 8, 3, and 7, creation of the heavens church, this one over here holds both of these, the birth and the angel resident. Okay, an angel resident could be something in your head that was created to control your mind. I don't know which part of it, or it can be what filters and receives of the spirit from God, unless we have more than one area of inception of the mind. And remember, your ass is a big part of it, your sexual area. 8 and 2 is 10, 3 and 7 is 10, and 7 and 3 is 10. And then into the 4 area, 4, 6, and 8. 0 and 9 come together again inside 4. 9 and 4 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 0, 4, 4. 6 and minus 2 if you want to do it that way, but it's also 6 and 7. It can also be minus 2 inside 6. It could be 2 and 7 comes together. Remember, on a dice cube, okay, the only way to get 9, okay, is 2 and a blank 7. Otherwise, you need 2 dice, and the only way to get 9 is to have 3 and to 6, or to 5 and to 4. Otherwise, we work forward and backwards. 0, 9, 1, 8, 2, 7. We don't need 3, 6. When we get 3, 6, we have our 3, 6, which creates 9 over here. And to minus 3 from a number. If we minus 3 from a number, we will do that. I'm going to minus 3 from a number. So if I have 6 and I'm working with 6 and I want to get, no, I'm working with 7 and I want to get to the 4 world, right? I can minus 3 or plus 6, and that's your number of creation. If I'm working with 8 and I want to get to the 4 world, we can have minus 4 and 8, and that is your Pluto Mars. If we start with 9 and we want to get to the 4 world, we either add 4. Is this one right? No, this one is not right. Minus 4, no, this is not right. This is 4 and 5. This becomes the sun. 5 and 8 is 13. 5 and 8 is 13. We minus 4 to get here. We plus 5 to get here. This is inside the sun. Over here, we minus 3 to get 4. We add 6 to get 4. 3, 6, 4. This is the number to God, 3, 6, 4. 9 to get down to the 4 world, we either minus the 5 or we add the 4. So 8 and 9, again, as H and I come together again. And they also play in the game. So there's double whammy. 3 with 3 empty areas and 3 empty areas. 3, 3, 3, Lovejoy. And then over here, we have 3, 3, 3. 3 to the center world. This way and then this way. So to finish off with this number over here, this area over here is 7. We had 3. We had 1. This over here, we had 5. And this number over here, we're going to have minus 1 and 8 over here. Inside 4 to get to 10, we get 6. Inside 6, we get the 10, we get 4. Inside 8, we get the 2. 2, 4, 6. So this is how it is. I still don't know what this is. I'll bring it back into a video, but you do understand that 7 minus 3. Now, if you wanted to go to 6 and you wanted to go to 4 world, okay, you want to go over to 4, you have to minus 2 and plus 7. The same thing if we were going to the 7 world, and the same thing if we were going to the 10 world. For the 10 world, there's nothing to minus because you can't minus into 0. You only can add. To come into the 7 world, you only have 8 and 9 to work with. To come into the 10 world, you have nothing to work with. 13, there is no 13. 13 is 2 numbers. You only have 8 and 9. The 10 world is apart from everything else. This becomes 1. This will now be an additive. 1 will now be an additive of 3. 1 will be an additive of 6. 1 will be additive of 9. If we're bringing it down to the 4 world, the 7 world. So do you understand this formation? 7 minus 3 is 4. 7 plus 6 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. 8 plus 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 6 plus 7 is 13. And 5, okay, into the 4 world. 5 minus 1 and 5 plus 8. 5 plus 1 and 8 means 5 and 8 now come together. 5 is 18. 6 gets number 27. Okay, and which other one gets 27? And 9 gets minus 2 in order to get to the 7 world. And 9 gets plus 7. 9 and 6 both get number 27. 9 minus 2 into the 7 world. 6 minus 2 into the 4 world. 9 plus 7 equals 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7 into the 7 world. 7 plus 6 is 13 into the 4 world. 4, 7, 7, 4, 4, 7. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 plus 7 is 11 equals to 39. This is the high dam. This is Hoover Dam, my friends. This is the energy in Hoover Dam to the cycles of the moon. And there's a lot more. I don't know what this is. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Remember one thing. I'm learning myself.